Hello and welcome to True Guidance Tarot. My name is Adriana Teodoro-Dier. I'm an intuitive reader and I have a message today for the fire signs. This is for Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. Before we get to your reading, I just wanted to extend the invitation that I am still offering my 50% off intuitive readings. And these are just really great opportunities for you to connect with a sense of support and messages from your guides and loved ones on the other side. So if you're feeling like that's sounding really good to you right now, check out my website, True Guidance Tarot, and see if anything resonates. So let's get to your reading. Really interesting one. The situation around you is death, and don't take this literally, don't freak out. Death is not literal. This is metaphorical. And the way you're going to feel is the Nine of Pentacles. See, I told you not to worry. This is a good card. Now your advice is so interesting. We've got the Hermit on one side going into the Five of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. 5 is the number of change, of instability. So a little bit of an interesting numerological, whatever, going on there. So this death idea, this is the end of one phase and the beginning of a new phase. So this is one door closing and a new door opening up. You're not allowed to go backwards to the way you were. We've got new opportunities and just a new way of life looking at you going forward. This card is represented, or the imagery on this card is the phoenix. So we burn up the old to rebirth the new. So that's the energy around you. And this Nine of Pentacles is a very interesting way to respond to it. You're actually going to feel very in tune with the universe and very in tune with the people around you, very in tune with your environment. And this card can also mean that you're receiving riches, that you're it's kind of an earthly card, spiritual or earthly pleasures, material pleasures, that you're receiving some kind of that, but you're almost not quite at fullness. But let's go back to this idea of in-tuneness, because I think this is really important. Instead of looking forward and looking to positive ways that you could project your energy outwards, a lot of you are going to be tempted to go actually the opposite direction, to retreat even more. We've got the Hermit going to the Five of Cups, going to the Five of Pentacles. Now the Hermit is sometimes a teacher, but it's generally the card of solitude, where you pull back from society, where you pull back from the world, and you go off on your own spiritual quest. And right now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't be spiritual, but right now, isolating yourself, pulling away, is not the issue. This is not the correct course of action, because it's showing you with these fives where that's going to lead you. So the Five of Cups has to do with emotional losses, sadness, feeling lonely, feeling so focused on things that you don't have, things aren't the way they were. That sadness can be very, very overwhelming, and then you fail to see what's really there, actually, what's waiting for you in the future, the good things that are coming to you. The Five of Pentacles is not dissimilar. It's just that this tends to be more about earthly pleasures than it does emotional, but it's kind of the same idea. It's often a card of poverty. So feeling like you don't have enough money, feeling like you're alone, nobody's there to have your back, no one's there to support you. It just kind of feels like the world is against you a little bit, this card. The message with both of these cards is the same, that you're looking in the wrong place by looking so focused on this negative stuff, the stuff that you don't have, the stuff that's not going well, the stuff that you've lost. You're not seeing the possibilities for what's waiting for you in the future, the good things. You don't see that you've already got things the way you need to have them. You don't see that there's growth, that there's potential, that there's hope, there's opportunities out there. And all of this happens because you made the conscious choice to pull back from everybody else, to pull back from your world, to withdraw your energy, to take it inside and just kind of cut off. And, fire signs, where do we get fire on Earth? We get it from the sun. The sun is expansive, it's big, it sheds light on everything. We need the sun to grow as well as the plants. Well, hopefully we're not going to get too tall, right? But, so when you cut that sun off, just think about it. If the sun suddenly had a blanket on it, or it just decided, I'm not going to shine today, we lose all that warmth. We lose the radiant energy, and the world needs your warmth. It needs your light. It needs you to project hope and optimism and confidence forward. It doesn't need you to go off into this kind of like, I need to disconnect from everyone. Because of this card here, the Nine of what is this? Pentacles. The idea of being in tune, what you do to yourself is what happens to the world, because you're so in tune with the world. It's like what you do on the micro level happens on the macro level. And right now, that's not the best energy for you or for everybody else. So whatever's going on in your situation at your home, just understand and remember that your job is to shine, is to project this loving, warm, optimistic, hopeful, confident, and energized, can't wait to go energy outward. Because when you start to diminish that, it diminishes everything about you, your power, your intuition, your ability to create, all the good things that make a fire sign a fire sign. It diminishes all of that. So do not forget to shine this week, because that's what we need you to do. If you've got questions about that, please reach out in the comments below. I always love to hear from you. And again, if the idea of some guidance from the other side resonates with you, please check out my website, trueguidancetarot.com, and see if anything speaks to you. I will see you next time, and have a great week.